Welcome back, Copa America, ladies and gentlemen, or to Copa America because syntax is very important in the English language. I am Rifkin, I'm casting with Zombie Grub, and spawning here in the top right corner of the map from No Dice Gaming, it's gonna be the Blue Star player Cham!
Oh boy. In the bottom left, as the red Zerg, it is EG's Suppy. Look at that Murloc bone.
Murloc bone. Oh yeah, around the hatchery. Skeleton. So Suppy, already applying a little bit of style to his gameplay. That extractor trick to get the drone out a little bit sooner.
Well, Korean much?
Right?
Right. If you guys don't know, I think actually someone did the math, unless it changed because of I don't know why it would change. Not doing the extractor trick is actually better. So a 9 overlord is.
I have logic to counter that, and only in instances of cheese, you get the extra larva going sooner, and you get the extra drone out sooner. So
I've heard that.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's better to go 9 out of 10. Didn't even mean to set that up. That was perfect.
Cool. Fanciness. Also, if they forget their overlord, that's when you can also extractor trick for all you non-pro players.
What's that thing? It's like 9 out of 10 people agree, 1 out of 10 person always disagrees with the other 9. Something like that for statistics.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I was just giving a tip because that's what I do. If I'm just like chatting and stream and I'm like, oh, I made another drone. That's where the extract chip comes in handy. It is a remnant from the Brood War era, but as you said, it actually has some real life purpose when it comes to handling cheese. So that's really cool to know.
Well, not that I ever play ladder, not that I ever cheese as a Zerg player, but when I accidentally go 10 drones, or rather, if I accidentally win 10 drones, that's usually a 10 pool.
Oh my god.
I don't try to recover it. I'm just straight up guilty.
You're like the opposite players. I mean, I swear.
Yeah, and I've got some people who don't like me for it. But anyways, Cham and Suppy opening up very similar here. You know, no gases early, no shenanigans like we've seen with cats. Suppy is going to be playing this out quite well, and you guys, I got to be honest, the way he was playing Red Bull, especially against Scarlet, I mean, Cham, he's a good player, but he's got to watch out for Suppy.
Yes. What do we know for? No, I'm thinking of Fog. What was Cham on for last season? Did he send anyone out that was popular? I can't recall. I'm sorry, I'm asking a very complicated question. You probably don't remember either.
If you were asking me when I had sleep, I bet you I would have an answer for you. But you're asking a Rifkin who's on like hour 35, no sleep, so your answer is not found.
I'm sorry. Maybe after this game, I'll be able to remember, but it's certainly I can't really call it. We have seen a lot of players like Fog, for instance, take out Huck. Give a major good run for his money, and people would not have expected that, both. So, Cham, just because Suppy is the more recognizable name, don't undervalue Cham.
404 cognizance not found.
I was trying to think of a pun, but then I realized I'm not good at puns, so I'm not going to try.
No, Suppy, I agree though. Suppy's this guy who's weirdly undervalued. He's won ZVZs against some of those craziest good players. What are we eyeing about? What?
That the queens didn't kill the lings, I suppose? I'm not sure. Cham got what he wanted from those lings anyways, though. I mean, the fact that they were let up is kind of...
Yeah, in 16, look at that, about to pop. But he's doing this without speed as well. What?
Yeah, wait, yeah, this is what? This is what?
This is what? This is the slowing all in is what it is.
Oh, is this the ZVP? Is it Liberty again? No.
No, going back for a moment though, Suppy is just... We'll see how he holds this off. I mean, he doesn't have a wall down, which is going to make this really tough. If he scouts this coming, he goes for the wall, of course, but Overlords are spread out pretty thin, being chased off intentionally here by the queens. A lot of the times, you'll see one queen poke out. If you see two like this, you have to know they're dedicating to clean up your Overlords for good reason. Suppy skipping ahead to lair, but what he needs more than anything else is, well, actually, he's also going to clean up Overlords. These queens are dead in the middle of the map.
You think that, you scouted their base, there was no gas, who does a ling all in, a slow ling all in? So you're thinking, alright, we'll clear each other's overlords, then suddenly, slow lings and apparently also the slow queens, because just go slow all day, every day.
Well, he's seen all the lings, he's also seen the queens that continue to walk across the map, not just sniping off an overlord, but he's just going full bore with this. Queens in the middle of the map are dead, God save the queen, except he can't. This evolution chamber,
Oh well, this might be GG.
GG. Suppy should have 2 G's, you know, Suggy. Actually, you know, he's on this okay with the drones for the time being, but he's starting to bleed everything out here. This is spiraled out of control. Queens are now within his base. WTF.
Wow, I like this so much. I mean, this is like Suppy like scouting and saying, okay, just one game, and then it's like complete surprise. I like it.
All right, game number 1 gonna go to Cham in a very, very quick fashion.
You know, you asked Suppy to remember his cheese, but Cham's got you back. Your back, rather.
Well, yeah. I gotta copy paste something else real quick. Here, just for your enjoyment. I don't even know what was said. Was I speaking English? Can you proofread that for me? I don't know. Oh, I closed the scoreboard. I gotta go open that up again. Sorry, one sec here, guys.
Surprisingly, Suppy's English is worse than yours here.
We'll see what Suppy does in this game, guys. Cham, of course, leading now 1-0. It's worth noting, before anyone freaks out, Cham and Suppy are both already qualified for Copa America. It's not a big deal if either of these players lose. Apparently, Cham is nervous. He's actually requesting a bathroom break specifically. And he's coming up against the one and only Suppy. I don't blame him.
Oh, he's just gone up 1-0. I'd be like, yeah, pump it up.
Whoop, whoop. Well, let's see tonight. No, not Barcraft. Bracket on the website.
Well, probably. Well, we might be able to ask, but Shakti versus Angelus and Desra versus Jim Rising goes on next at the same time.
Yeah.
Whichever one we want to do.
I'm feeling, you know what? I love Hendrix to death, but I need something other than ZVZ. Let's say we do Desra versus Jim Rising.
Okay, that's fine.
I also think ZVZ aside, that's going to be the more interesting match because Cham Rising plays a very unique style of Zerg versus Protoss. You know, he's not the guy who goes Swarm House, he's the guy who goes Lings.
It's true. I really want to put my cat cam on, but it's a WCS stream, so.
Cat cam.
Cat cam.
You should just get a second webcam for a cat cam.
Oh, that's the idea. You know, so people get a second webcam so you can see their APM. Nah, bro.
No, that's what I do. That's what I do for my streams. I just set up my second webcam for the cat cam. I do that when I was streaming Titanfall all the time. People are like, yo, I can't see the score of the match. I'm like, too bad, there's a cat there. Man, Titanfall, I need to play that some more. It's been a while since I played. Someone gifted me XCOM for my birthday. I gotta get around to playing that too. I heard that's a really fun game. Why is Rifkin's brain a web server? What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Oh, what map is this? King Sejong. Yo, I don't have it in me to point out the Lich King anymore. I don't have any hype left.
I think you can stop.
Yo, I can't. I'm just in this. This is like worse than we were at DreamHack earlier.
No one will blame you, man.
Guys, I think map inches are starting up. I think we're gonna see this game rock and roll. Hello, I'm from Mexico. Hello, Alucard Dark 007. I'll see you guys in a sec. Suppy being a weird areno tonight. Best lucky charms. Good gamer in. I don't know what. I tried PMing earlier, guys, and he's still talking like this to me too. So I don't know. We are in game number 2, and you know, Zombie Grub. They can take our Terrans. They can take our Protoss, but they can never take our freedom. In the top left corner of the map. I can't keep the accent up. That's done. Spawning Red. He's from Evil Geniuses. Ladies and gentlemen, the extractor tricking, the ever-Asian Red Zerg player, Suppy.
I enjoyed it for what you could do, if it means anything. In the bottom right, as the blue Zerg, it is Cham.
I'm just so happy.
You sound like you're like freezing, like with a fever. And you're just like.
It's like the first time you haven't just shut me down on one of my stupid endings. I'm gonna remember this moment forever.
Well, now you're just making it weird.
Oh, you're making it weird, man.
You're making it weird. Good.
Cham throwing out the full first. Suppy as well. Same way they opened last game. Don't go for this too early, especially no gas is coming down behind it.
Oh, but that doesn't mean much when you're Cham.
Yeah, apparently. I mean,
right?
that. If we can objectively talk about game number 1 for a moment, guys, okay, beat Suppy, cool, whatever. You could argue Suppy shouldn't have been chased enough. He should have scouted this, blah, 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 but it takes a special kind of Zerg to win with a slow Ling all in.
I thought it was a really slick idea. We have been seeing people, because it used to be that if you were going gasless, you 100% were going for, you know, the double upgrade, the later third. What?
I'm sorry. Nutty77 says, Kristen Stewart shows more expression than this girl.
Oh, that's not true.
But the best part is he spelled steward, like the steward of Gondor.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm done. Hello, let's focus on the game, please.
Well, whatever. I even forgot my point that I was going to talk about, so whatever.
Are we just going to see how long we can go silent for? I'm uncomfortable with silence. I can't do this.
I was waiting for you to talk. I don't know. As I said, I forgot my point, but they are both going gases again, I suppose. Like, say what's going on. I would be
no
surprised
burritos for Supperino.
If Cham does the same exact thing again.
Because if you eat a burrito, it's got beans, and beans give you gas. And Suppy has no gas.
I see.
Red Bull gives you wings. Beans give you gas. I don't know. I'm done. Yo, take over.
Okay. So confused, man. Like, yeah, you just. Like, usually I'm either with you on the level of tiredness, but this time I'm not. And anytime I try and take over, you just butt in. And I'm like, oh, am I supposed to let you talk right now? And then you do like this drunkest ramble I've ever heard. I'm just like, I don't even, bro. I can't even.
I am confirmed sober. I will thank you very much. And I do not have a drinking problem.
Good ma'am.
Yeah. I said good ma'am. Alright, Suppy's probably not getting a scout with the Lings, which kind of sucks. Or actually, he just barely slips past the queen. Drone's trying to hold position. Kind of a good move out of Cham to try and keep this out. Because one thing Cham's going to reveal, or would have revealed, would have been the first off the layer had been started, but also double gases. You know, we're goofing around and I'm having a hard time concentrating, and I do apologize, but double gases being thrown out is kind of a big deal coming out of Cham. This early, no less. Suppy's also going for the quicker layer, and he has also taken those double gases. So, once again, we see a very similar build out of these players.
Yes, they were quite close. Suppy did take his 4 gases in total, not just 3. He will be going up to a Spire, while as Cham going for what we expect. The double Evo Chamber of the Roach Warren, a bit later of a 3rd. There, this drone is heading over there right now. Even before roaches, this can be dangerous if your opponent also, you know, had gone speed, but I believe Cham scouted the no gas. Well, no, actually, he scouted gas, so Yeah, 20 Lings could have easily canceled this. Luckily for him, it's not going to happen.
Get that Overlord. You show him who's boss. You assert dominance.
Go, girls. You go. Girl power. They're even in sync. It's like a Space Girls dance. Oh, they're out of sync now.
Synchronized queening. Cool. You're gonna queen up the map of all the Overlords.
Yeah, that's a good one. We haven't used that before.
Alright, well, Ling's getting absolutely demolished in the middle of the map. Slow Lings don't stand a chance. Suppy's overdrive is about to kick in. Tries to run for it, but of course, it's speed for speed and blow for blow.
Baneliness also gets thrown down for Suppy. I think Suppy was maybe hesitant to believe that Cham was going to go for speed himself. I mean, usually you don't get speed if you go for this fast Roach style. But both investing into it, and whoever has the Banelings first will win the wars, or maybe just the Ling count will win for Cham. Win for Cham.
I think you need to be more confident.
What?
The Ling count will win for Cham.
Well, it was very
no
hard
question
to
mark.
decide.
No question mark.
Because it wasn't even really a win. It was an exact. It was an exact number versus number at the end. So.
He gets away with life, and life is so precious in StarCraft 2. That's why when you lose all of it, you lose the game. So I think for now, he's winning.
Get it? Because life is a person. Alright, well, drone goes down for the Link's troubles, so I suppose that even trade really worked out here. Mutas have been revealed by killing the Overlords and, of course, scouting that Spire, and the Spore Crawlers immediately slapped down. I mean, long gone are the days for Spores, or Mutas surprise an opponent where they had Spores. This is the Roach counterattack we expected to see from our last CVZ. Usually Suppy can try and hold this with a bunch of spines, just now only trying to use as many Lings as possible in one spine.
He has picked off a good chunk of the Roaches so far. I mean, this is like 5 less when they left the base, but yeah, spine calling these Lings and the Queens. I mean, the base isn't going to go down anytime soon, but this is exactly doing what it intended to do. It's do as much damage as possible with units that would have been useless at home.
Yeah, keep the Mutas back for a little while longer. I mean, he would have had the Spore Crawlers in time, but, you know, maybe the Queens didn't quite go over someplace. And, oh, wow, he says about the Queens.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal, actually. Definitely the goal of that attack was to deal some real damage. A couple drones died, I think. One drone died. It wasn't really that big of an attack at all.
Yeah,
all it did was buy him time. We'll see if the time was worth it, though.
Maybe. Suppy is now, well, actually no, as the Roaches pop out for Cham. The supplies are still even. Suppy now transitioning into his own Roaches, but of course his upgrades will be behind. His third, I mean, he would have loved to gotten a cancel on a third, you know, maybe if he had enough Lings counterattack while Cham was attacking. Oh! Ooh, Nidus Swarm response. Oh.
This is kind of cool. We'll see if this comes into effect. Cham right now doesn't have anything on the side of the field to really use this with. I think the idea behind this Nidus Swarm is because any reinforcements you have are going to be picked at and harassed at by the Roaches, whereas if you just tunnel underneath the entire map, you know, plop out around the third.
Yeah, well, that's true, but it usually, I mean, Nidus all-ins usually occur when, you know, they're just transitioning into Roaches. Their Roach count is going to be small, but Suppy, he's pumping 20 out now. The only thing Cham will have is his upgrades, and maybe some Queens if he brings them, with transfuses.
Well, Queens are doing a pretty good job of zoning this so far. The Spore Crawler is also really nicely positioned here to make sure the gases don't get sniped. Suppy's looking for a way in, but he doesn't have one. He's making his own Roaches right now, so he's looking to transition out of this, following that golden rule of ZVZ. You know, if your opponent doesn't go Mutas, then you don't keep going Mutas.
He might scout the Nidus Worm. Maybe if he just, you know, sees a Spore, or the spawning pool is open.
I don't know. There's really not a lot of area to get in here.
Yeah, there's not. Seeing all these Queens might be,
yeah.
So damn fat.
Well, he's as predicted coming across the map. This is just to really let him get across there. Suppy's got a good chunk of Roaches at home, but as soon as he hears that, he's gonna have to stay at home to defend. And
I mean, I think he has enough. He has more supply than Cham. Cham's only its only lead is in one upgrade and
plus
a couple of
Suppy has the
transfuses.
Yeah.
This is an odd choice from Cham, really.
He's leapfrogging forward the Nidus Swarms. I don't like this because every Nidus Swarm is 100 gas, 100 minerals that he can't replace. Suppy has a big lead. His army supply in general is larger. Cham has the potential to retreat out of this, but the Queens are off creep and they're not leaving anytime soon, so absolutely demolishing the fight is Suppy, and as we see in the supply count at the top, guys, that's all that really tells the tale of this game. Cham is throwing away everything for an attack that was meant to catch Suppy off guard, and Suppy was ready for it. I don't
counterattack.
I don't understand why you can't unburrow a Nidus Worm.
I don't know, Rifkin. Maybe in Legacy of the Void, but Suppy's counterattack will be immediate and it will be very powerful. Cham desperately trying to get up to a Hydrosen. Again, having a nice upgrade lead, but this will not take into account. Like, this won't make up for 40 roaches. It's not 40 roaches, for 20 roaches, but 40 supply difference.
Yeah, Suppy, Defender's advantage often comes into a big effect in ZVZ guys, but it's 1-1 versus 2-2. It's the only thing Cham is going for him. The army supply is too big. You know, what good are those extra upgrades if you don't have any units to apply them to? Suppy actually going to take a awkward start to this. He's trying to bait him back and into the choke. That guy's really playing against one of these two players. But Queen's focused down top of the Mutalisks. Mutalisks, of course, dealing a ton of damage to the back end of this. Suppy, though, not moving forward with enough roaches. You know, he's starting to bleed this out, but Cham, as pointed out before, just doesn't really have the numbers to win this. I like the wraparound, actually. This is going to have a nice nice move here out of Suppy.
Cham breaks the army. He breaks the third, and he
That's
probably
step.
will break the game. Just kidding. He'll just go up 1-1.
Yeah, this will take us game 3. Well played's going to be called. Suppy will even up the series and show us what he's made of. Made of. Rifkin malfunction. The sweet release of sleep is so alluring to me.
You gotta wake up in like 6 hours.
Don't tell me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What is it? Yeah, 6 hours, 17 minutes. I'll probably get about 4 hours of sleep if I'm lucky. I'll take it. See, after this, we'll be casting Jon Snow versus Desra, and that'll be it for the night, guys. So, thank you for those of you. Wow, we still have 1,000 viewers while IEM's starting up. That's pretty sick, guys. 1,000, like 900, but still, that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys for sticking around, sticking it out with us through these troubled times.
Hey, Rifkin, you know how you're gonna be even more boss mode? Is you cast DreamHack, and then you cast the WCS America Ladder Wild Card Qualifier. Eh? 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 Eh?
I forgot that was tomorrow.
Just like melts in his chair. He's like,
I think I'll be able to sleep between the two, though. I mean,
yeah. Well, it is only 4 best of 3s. So.
Well, they're almost like 13 hours apart too. So. I wish you could join me for that zombie grub.
Womp womp.
I know you can't, and I'm gonna miss you.
You know, I could
like
if I had done my homework.
It's like saying goodbye to your friend at the end of camp. You know, you're just like,
Bye bye.
you don't know that you're ever gonna see him again. You had such a good time together. You know, I really enjoy casting with you, and
you know what? You should relish the amount of time that we aren't spending together, because next week we are casting every day together.
Ketchup and mustard all the way.
Yeah, what's the deal with having the word relish be something good, but you know, relish?
Because relish is gross, right?
Yeah, it's really gross.
Thank you. We agree on something finally.
Finally! Oh my god, twinsies.
Oh, what is happening here?
What is happening?
Alright, let's set up the map just for this. Catalina! ZVZ continues. Suppy versus Cham, game number 3, guys. We're about ready to rock and roll. There we go. See you guys in a shack. Nope. Who left? Really, admins? Is it that big of a deal that he's red versus blue? You can force team colors on through your own freaking oven. Alright, guys. Map intro. See you in a sec. All right. I want to do Suppy for the intro. I'm trying to cook up something really cool here. So do you mind starting off with his opponent?
Okay, just for you. In the bottom right-ish position as the blue Zerg, it is Cham.
And his opponent in the upper right, multiple-time attendee of the tournament MLG, playing a race weak to the unit Banshee, and going for a doctor's degree, it is Suppy.
You know, aren't you supposed to be like tired and dying and malfunctioning? How do you come up with the rhyme?
Yeah, the creative juices get flowing when you're tired, baby. Ew. I actually wrote a whole rap that you don't know about, but you're gonna find out about soon. While I was on what's that? This is the cough medication that makes you sleepy. Benadryl. Benadryl.
Well, if it's as good as the fan fiction that we got written about us, then that's.
I still haven't
I'll
read that.
it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I still need to read that. Someone remind me to read that, please.
Okay, we'll do it later. Someone tweeted at him in an hour.
Oh, he's still gone in an hour. Are you kidding me?
He'll just be like sitting in his chair with his tongue lying out to the side, and he's going like Homer Simpson, but not for donuts, just for sleep. You know.
Yeah, I know.
when it's-
Tongue hanging
yeah.
out the side of the mouth, June. I know exactly. I'm picturing that right
Yeah.
now.
Sleep.
Alright, Cham and Suppy have both shown us they can do some cool stuff. Cham, of course, can get a little bit aggro. Suppy can play the mid game really fantastically. Blindly counters that Nidus. Well, I shouldn't say counters. He was just transitioning out of it, and timing worked really against Cham, quite frankly. This is another map where I would love to see a Nidus Worm because there's a lot of dead space on it. I don't think we will, though, because it's really dangerous to try a Nidus Worm in the first place in ZVZ. But to go for it twice in a row would be just messed up.
It would have to be a lot earlier. I was kind of bewildered at the decision, just because Suppy, obviously Suppy, he did actually scout the Nidus Worm at any point. And I don't think he really saw anything that, told him a Nidus Worm was coming. Maybe the 4 queens going up the ramp was a little like, what's going on here? But he just simply had more stuff. More roaches than Cham that entire duration. It was odd. So maybe a 2-base all-in with the Nidus Worm. That would be cool to see. There is a lot of dead space. There is a lot of opportunities to put your overlords around the map. But Suppy, he could just go for the Mutas again. And that's something that's, that obviously really cuts down the power of a Nidus not being able to get into the main.
You ever play that game, by the way, Dead Space?
Yes, I did.
Which,
But
all of them, or
the
just the
first
first one, or?
Just the first one.
Yo, Isaac's my hero.
Oh, is he? Does he ever talk?
Game 2, yeah, they give him dialogue.
Oh, he's like
Game 3
he's
is
like
super. Yo, so Game 3, what they did that was really cool for the co-op. Different, like player 1 and player 2 experience different psychoses. So, like, as player 2, you'll see like a clown in the corner. Or no, not a clown, like a toy soldier in the corner, because it's something to do with your kid. But Isaac doesn't see it, so player 1 doesn't see it. It's kind of crazy how they did it.
That sounds cool.
It really
Yes.
is.
Yeah. Little Ling skirmishes, not a big deal. Cham actually has to leave. Much better handled than I think. What was it? B-Lord kept on losing with drones to it. Yeah.
Jinx.
Yo, me a soda.
Zombie grab, zombie grab, zombie grab. Because I
What?
didn't want to solo cast. I had to unjinx you.
Oh, I was like, are you calling Beetlejuice? I'm right here.
Oh, Beetlejuice, man. I hate that guy who plays him, but I love Beetlejuice. Rob
Beetlejuice.
Schneider or whatever his name is. He's
Wait,
like in the
Rob
worst
Schneider?
movies.
Played Beetlejuice in one Beetlejuice movie? I thought it was someone else.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. My brain doesn't fully know things that I think I know. Black is white and white is black. Colors are unreal, and your triangles are not the same shape as my triangles. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, but I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I do. Suppy has changed it up, I believe. He's going for the speed first here, and a Baneling Nest. Cham did go for gases, I believe, again. W Evo Chamber, the Roach Warren trying to get down. Rogue Queens, please. There we go.
Oh, it's Michael Keaton. My bad.
Completely off base. Well,
Trade
oh well.
TV. Suppy come with a lot of lings. And this goes subliminal advertising, by the way, guys. Suppy come with a lot of lings. And there's going to be a Bailings behind us, too. This is going to be a pretty hard hitting all in. The thing for Cham, though, is like, while he may or may not know this is coming, back at him, he's already got the wall set up. Queen's in a good spot. Spine Collar's down. I mean, Suppy can bust through this, but you never want to have to bust through this, because those Bailings are meant to kill the drones, not the wall.
It's a very dedicated all-in. Sometimes you see, like, the first two larva injects, when they pop, you see them dedicate to lings, and you see that the wall up is so secure, they decide not to go for it.
Digivolve.
What? No.
Digimon. Digital monsters.
No, I didn't like Digimon, so.
Digimon are the champions.
Alright.
Change, morph into digital champions 2. Change. Sorry, Bailey's coming in here. It's gonna hurt. The straight the spine. He's gonna break right on through, like Fear Dragon's tournament from North American up-and-comer Suppy. Busting on this mineral line. He's gonna find a lot of drones spread, but he's gonna still get some good connects and a lot of kills. The lings might just be too much beyond this. There's really not enough roaches out to deal with this.
Yeah, Suppy's won, I think. So.
Well, I think Suppy's more like 21 or something, but yeah, I agree.
It is fairly young. The last remnants of roaches have popped out, but it is in fact the last roaches you will get at the roach run has gone down, and Suppy continuing his all in. 22 more lings on the way. That's all he needs. He doesn't really need banelings anymore.
He's already killed 22 drones. This is so hard to deal with for Cham. Down in supply by half.
Yeah. You know, the reason why that really was an effective all-in was just that there was no overlord coverage on the ling path. Cham puts his overlords everywhere where the lings did not go, so he never saw 20 lings on the way to secure his, his secondary wall or get more spine crawlers.
Cham starts to hold here a little bit, but the roaches are so low in health, and here comes that second round of lings. There's no follow through for this. Well played's gonna be called. Ladies and gentlemen, Suppy will take game number 3, winning the series 2-1.